American media and popular travel guides are shining a light on South Korea's so-called Purple Islands.
Have you ever dreamed of living in a place unlike any home you've ever seen? Around the world, people have transformed ordinary houses into truly extraordinary and bizarre places.
Hi, I'm Bruce Campbell, and this is my Boeing 727 home. It's a retired 727-284 jetliner, originally flew in Greece, and it's a work in progress, as you can see. It's also sort of my starter home.
Today, we'll explore some of the strangest and most unbelievable homes where people actually live. Get ready to discover mind-blowing designs that will completely change the way you think about a house. Bolvåningen.
Hi folks, what do you think? Or I am on the moon, alien camp? Not really. I'm in Hertogenbosch in Netherlands, and behind me you can see the ball houses. So let's go have a look.
In the Maaspoort neighborhood of Hertogenbosch in the southern Netherlands, there is a village that looks like it came straight from a science fiction movie named Bolvåningen. This extraordinary residential area consists of 50 futuristic spherical houses clustered near a peaceful canal. Each bubble-shaped home is a marvel of modern design, featuring 3 levels: bedrooms on the ground floor, a bathroom in the middle, and a cozy living space at the top. These homes may surprise with their sleek appearance, but they also present challenges, including limited space and a high price. Still, the residents would never dream of leaving because they are attracted by the serene beauty and charm of the surrounding environment. What is even more astonishing is that this amusing village is not a digital illusion or a movie set, but a real place created by human hands and imagination. Bolvåningen is where dreams of the future meet the comforts of home. Purple Islands.
The World Tourism Organization has selected South Korea's Banwol Island, also known as the Purple Island, as one of the best tourism villages.
The Banwol and Bakshi Islands, also known as the Purple Islands, are South Korea's most amazing colorful transformation. Inspired by the native balloon flower, the islanders went all out, painting their homes, streets, bridges, and even telephone booths in stunning shades of purple. Imagine walking through over 400 purple houses, massive bridges glowing in lavender, violet, and fields filled with purple flowers like asters and lavender. It feels like stepping into a dream. Since 2015, Chainan County has spent about $4.25 million painting more than 28,000 square meters of roofs, roads, and public spaces purple. Even the local restaurants get creative, serving purple rice dishes on matching purple plates, making every meal a feast for both your eyes and taste buds. The people here truly love purple that they have painted everything they could, turning the islands into a magical purple paradise. If you are a fan of all things purple, Banwol and Bakshi Islands must be on your travel list. Mushroom House.
Welcome to the Mushroom House. Rob, isn't this just an amazing home?
Yes, it is, Rich. It is the premier art icon home, originally designed by architect James Johnson.
How many people get to live in a house that looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale? Welcome to the famous Mushroom House in Parenton, New York. At first glance, it looks just like a giant mushroom. Pretty wild, right? But here's the twist. It wasn't built just to look like one. This amazing home is made up of 4 separate pods, each sitting on its own stem, just like mushrooms growing in a forest. Each pod has its own purpose: 2 cozy bedrooms, a kitchen, and a combined dining and living area. And here's the cool part. All the pods have round, mushroom-cap roofs and walls mostly made of windows, giving you a full 360-degree view of the outside world. Plus, there's a 5th pod that's open to the sky. It's a special outdoor deck where you can relax and enjoy the fresh air. This isn't just any house, it's a living, breathing piece of art. Rare and unique, you won't find many homes like this anywhere else. Dome houses.
Welcome to the inside of our dome. big concrete bubble. We had a lot of fun putting together this space.
On May 8, 2007, a powerful earthquake struck near Yogyakarta, Indonesia, shaking the small village of Sumber Harjo to its core. Many homes were destroyed, leaving the villagers without shelter. However, hope came from far away when a team from the United States called Domes for the World arrived and built about 70 strong dome-shaped houses. These safe new homes gave the people of Sumber Harjo a fresh start after the disaster. The Bubble Palace. Just outside the stunning city of Cannes, there is a house like no other. The Bubble Palace. Imagine living inside giant connected bubbles that sprawl over 1,300 square feet. There are no straight lines or sharp corners, just smooth, natural curves wherever you look. This wild dream home was built by Hungarian architect Antti Lovag, who spent 10 years bringing his vision to life. In 1992, fashion legend Pierre Cardin bought it, calling it a gallery of living art. Living here is like stepping into a real-life paradise, floating above the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. Are you ready to see inside this one-of-a-kind masterpiece? Cube houses. During World War II, Rotterdam was almost completely destroyed, leaving behind only ruins. The city needed a fresh start. Enter architect Piet Blom, who envisioned something truly unique. Bright yellow cube-shaped houses, tilted on their corners. These became the famous cube houses, or kubuswoningen. Why yellow? Because it symbolizes happiness and hope. These bold, eye-catching homes quickly became a symbol of Rotterdam's rebirth, transforming a city once shattered by war into a place full of life, color, and creativity. Ketekezu Village. Welcome to Ketekezu Village, a real-life time capsule in Toraja, Indonesia. This village has stood strong for over 400 years. What makes it so special? Every house is built in the unique Tonkanen style, with huge boat-shaped roofs facing each other as if they are having a silent conversation. Step inside these houses and you'll feel a sense of mystery. They have very few windows and a closed design, making you wonder what stories are hidden inside these walls. But here's something interesting. These houses aren't just for living. They are places where people rest, celebrate ceremonies, and stay safe from wild animals and harsh weather. Long ago, only noble families could build these grand Tonkanen houses, while ordinary people lived in smaller, simpler homes nearby. Look closely at the walls. You'll see buffalo horns. The more horns a house has, the richer and more respected the family is. Miracube. Can you find the hidden house deep in the forest? This is Miracube, the invisible hotel. Its walls are made of mirrors that reflect the trees and sky around it, making it almost disappear into nature. The hotel is built on a light aluminum frame wrapped around a tree trunk. It's small but has everything you need inside. At night, the hotel glows with warm light, giving it a magical appearance. Whenever you visit, Miracube feels special and full of wonder because it is unlike any other place. Cliff Village in Sichuan. You might not have heard the name Atulia Air, but you have probably heard about the Cliff Village in Sichuan, China. In 2016, about 72 families lived there. By 2025, only 4 or 5 families remained in the village. This village is located high on a cliff, roughly 800 meters above the ground. It became famous when pictures of students climbing thin, scary ladders to get to school spread widely on the internet. To help the people living there, the government provided a large amount of money, around 1 million yuan, which is about $150,000. They used this money to build a strong steel ladder that stretches 3 kilometers and has 2,556 steps. In 2020, new regulations led many families to move down from the cliff to safer places. 84 families agreed to relocate to a new village below, but 30 families chose to stay in their cliff homes. They continued living there and worked hard to attract more tourists to the village. The Shell House. Imagine living inside a giant spiral shell like the home of a Nautilus. Sounds weird, right? Well, architect Javier Sinosiayan made that dream a reality. Inspired by the Nautilus shell and the bold styles of Frank Lloyd Wright and Antoni Gaudí, he designed a stunning house that looks like a combination of art and nature. He used a smart material called ferro cement, which is thin concrete layered over steel chicken wire. This makes the home both lightweight and incredibly strong. It is so tough that it can even withstand earthquakes. This is not just a house. It is a masterpiece that brings the ocean's mystery right to your doorstep. The Moraca Hotel. Imagine waking up every day, not just near the ocean, but under it. Welcome to the Moraca, the world's very first underwater hotel villa, where you actually live beneath the sea. Located more than 16 feet below the surface of the crystal-clear Indian Ocean, the Moraca is like stepping inside a gigantic aquarium. The walls around you are made entirely of glass, so colorful fish swim past your window, and vibrant coral reefs sway gently with the ocean currents. It's an extraordinary feeling, sleeping surrounded by the breathtaking underwater world. This unique villa has 2 floors beneath the waves. You can drift off to sleep, watching sea creatures glide right above your head, and wake up to the stunning sight of coral gardens flowing with the tide. Opened in November 2018, the Moraca is connected by a long walkway to the famous Hilton Conrad Maldives Rangali Island Resort. This resort has always been a trailblazer. It was the first in the Maldives to build villas on stilts above the ocean, the first to create an underwater restaurant, and now, the first to offer an entire home deep beneath the waves. The Crooked House, Krzywy. Step inside Krzywy, a building that looks like it's melting right before your eyes. Located in Sopot, Poland, this fairy tale house twists and bends like no other. Opened in 2004, it quickly became a local legend and has even won awards for its unique design. People call it one of the 7 wonders of the Tri-City area. Outside, colorful stained glass and sandstone frame its windows. Inside, you'll find coffee shops, offices, and nightclubs. A special wall holds signatures from famous Polish stars who have visited this amazing, dreamlike place. Trust me, you've never seen a building like this. The Leaf House. On a stunning beach just outside Rio de Janeiro stands a tiny, magical home with a roof shaped like a giant tropical banana leaf. This large, leaf-shaped roof spreads wide, providing cool shade and shelter while blending perfectly with nature. The house is open and airy, without long hallways, only inviting verandas and open spaces between the bedrooms, designed for friends to gather, chat, and celebrate. Imagine parties here, surrounded by fresh ocean breezes that naturally flow through, keeping the home cool and fresh without fans or air conditioners. It's a warm, simple sanctuary where people and nature come alive together. The Steel House. In Ransom Canyon, Texas, stands the incredible Steel House, a unique home built by artist Robert Bruno. Starting in 1973, he spent over 30 years crafting this masterpiece until his death in 2008. What's mind-blowing is that the house is made entirely from 110 tons of steel. Bruno hand-shaped and welded every inch, transforming heavy metal into smooth curves and stunning designs. Despite being made of steel, the house feels warm and inviting, a true fusion of art and craftsmanship unlike anything else on Earth. Beer Can House. John Milkovich started his beer can house in 1968 with one bold idea: to turn everyday trash into something extraordinary. He covered the roof with a metal awning and then hung strings of shiny beer can lids that glitter like Christmas tinsel whenever the sun shines on them, making the whole house sparkle like magic. But the real masterpiece is the walls. John built them from old beer bottles instead of bricks or wood. These bottles trap warmth inside and let sunlight spill through, casting colorful stained glass like patterns all around. His beer can house is not just a home, it is a dazzling tribute to creativity and hard work. Reactor House, a house that actually moves, called Art Omi, in the Green Hills of upstate New York. Two artists, Alex Schweder and Ward Shelley, created something truly amazing. They named it Reactor. Imagine a long, narrow home, about 42 feet by 8 feet, balanced on a single tall 14-foot concrete pillar. From that one point, the whole house could slowly spin and tilt. Whenever the wind blew or the artists moved inside, the house would gently sway and turn. In the summer of 2016, Alex and Ward lived inside this moving house for 5 days. Every step made the house rock just a bit. With walls almost entirely made of glass, living there was like being inside a giant, see-through sculpture. Visitors at Art Omi could watch every movement they made in this incredible moving home. Makoko in Nigeria is known as one of the most forgotten and chaotic slums. It has old wooden houses that float on water. Around 200,000 people live there. The government offers little help, so the conditions are very poor. There is trash, disease, and frequent flooding. Despite these challenges, the people live with love and kindness. However, the children deserve a better life. Huacachina Oasis. Welcome to Huacachina, a tiny desert village in southwestern Peru, built around a rare natural oasis formed long ago by earth movements. Surrounded by towering sand dunes, this hidden paradise is just 5 kilometers from the city of Ica. Although only about 100 people live here year-round, thousands of visitors come to explore its stunning beauty and thrilling adventures. From speeding dune buggies across sandy hills to sliding down giant dunes on sandboards, Huacachina is a desert dream come alive. So famous, it even appeared on Peru's 50 Nuevo Sol banknote in 1991. This secret oasis is a must-see for any traveler seeking excitement in the sands. Colma. Welcome to Colma, California, the city of the silent, the city of souls. With only 1,700 residents in just over 2 square miles, Colma is home to more than 1.5 million souls. That is right. 73% of this town is cemeteries. It was established in 1924 when San Francisco ran out of space to bury its dead. Today, the living share this town with millions of memories, visible even on local t-shirts. Habitat 67. Now, let's flip the script with Habitat 67, a famous apartment complex that breaks the boring, boxy mold. Habitat 67 in Montreal, designed by Moshe Safdie and completed in 1967, intended to break the traditional mold of urban apartments. With 12 floors of unique homes, each has its own balcony, rooftop gardens, natural airflow, and sunlight flooding every room. Habitat 67 is more than a building. It is a bold new way to live in the city. From the City of Souls to revolutionary city living, these places show how history and innovation shape where we call home. Derinkuyu. In 1963, a man knocking down a basement wall made an unbelievable discovery. A massive underground city. This hidden world, called Derinkuyu, stretches 280 feet deep and spans 18 levels. It is believed to be thousands of years old and the largest underground city ever found, big enough to hold 20,000 people. Experts think the ancient Hittites, from around 2000 BC, built this incredible city. Imagine their skill and intelligence in creating a vast, sturdy home beneath the earth that never collapsed. For centuries, Derinkuyu was a refuge during danger and a place to store food safely. Today, this amazing underground city is a museum open to visitors every day of the year and ready for you to explore its mysterious depths. Bruce Campbell's dream home. This is not just an old airplane abandoned in the woods. It is the home of Bruce Campbell, an American electrical engineer with a big dream. Since he was young, Bruce wanted to build a unique house. When he learned about homes made from trucks, he had a wild idea. What if he used a retired airplane instead? Using his skills, Bruce transformed an old Boeing 727 into a real cozy home with everything he needed. He also kept some parts of the plane to make it feel special and perfectly suited to him. China House. On January 5, 2008, a woman was walking through the streets of Tianjin when she saw something amazing. The China House. This was not just any house. Its walls and roof were covered with millions of tiny pieces of ancient porcelain, old bowls, plates, and vases. It was as if the house was telling stories from long ago, shining with history and beauty. The Crocodile House. On September 11, 2008, Thierry Atta was sweeping the courtyard of a very unusual house in Abidjan, the bustling capital of Ivory Coast. This was not just any home, it was shaped like a giant crocodile. Thierry had learned the art of creating and maintaining this amazing structure from Moussa Kallo, the talented artist who built it. Sadly, Moussa had passed away just 2 months earlier, leaving Thierry, his devoted apprentice, to keep the house alive and clean.